Right now, it's a bit slow, I have to say, and that's what we see in the economy in Quebec and in Canada, because people are uncertain.
After a turbulent year for Canada's steel industry, now facing more uncertainty from U.S. tariffs under President Donald Trump, the Canadian Institute of Steel Construction, also known as CISC, is gathering industry leaders this week in Montreal for its annual steel conference. Organizers say the goal of the conference is to strengthen the sector for what industry leaders call a period of uncertainty.
It's creating a harder time to obtain projects in Canada.
Canada's steel industry has been taking a bruising in light of Trump's 25% tariffs originally introduced in March. Across Ontario and Quebec, thousands of jobs have been cut as American clients shy away from the Canadian market due to stormy tariff forecasts. CISC President and CEO Keenan Loomis says the only way forward for Canada's steel sector is inward.
We talk a lot about reaching other markets. That's really difficult in the steel industry. Steel is so heavy. The one great market growth opportunity for us here in Canada is our own market.
Amid the trade war, industry leaders say a new atmosphere is taking shape, one focused on sharing strategies to stay afloat.
Then the association, through its lobbying effort, brings to either the provincial governments or the federal governments to push that agenda.
The conference comes just days after Trump announced an additional 10% tariff on Canadian goods, though Washington has yet to clarify which of the various tariffs on Canadian exports will be hit. Steel fabricators say the move underscores what's been dogging the industry from the start: uncertainty.
We're going to just treat that as bluster and hope that ultimately, the president will cool off.
And that gives a lot of people pause. They don't want to enter in a contract where there's uncertainty, especially when you're talking like hundreds of millions of dollars.
While American contracts dry up, fabricators say domestic demand isn't keeping pace either, and that's leading to fierce competition at home.
Before, maybe you had 4 or 5 people bidding on a project. Now you can have up to 17, 18 fabricators all bidding on the same project.
We did have to deal with clients saying, okay, well, in absence of clarity, I think I'm safer to give the job to a United States company.
But Canadian steel firms are holding out hope that federal policy could tip the balance, with new procurement rules passed by the Carney government requiring companies contracting with Ottawa to source steel domestically. They're also eyeing growth on the expanded military budget as Canada barrels forward towards 2% of GDP by 2025 and 5% by 2050, targets that industry leaders say could keep Canada's steel mills well fed in the future.
All government spending is good because steel is pretty much in everything.
In Montreal, Zachary Cheung, City News.